Hey together, Aaron the Black Dragon's back! And welcome all of you to Monday Madnesses! Plague Inc. Evolved. So, if you've never played Plague Inc. yourself, it is a game where you are a bacteria, a virus, whatever. You're a microorganism that is going to evolve to destroy the entire world. So, but as you can see, I have not played with all of the different things, I haven't unlocked all of them, but there's a reason for that. I got the game for the PC, but I played it on my phone when I first heard of it, and that's, I think by now like 5 years ago or so. And I played through the whole game, so I jumped in, I played the first few things, I made sure everything still works like I was used to it, and I'm still good to go. I still am able to get through the game no problem. So I decided I'm not gonna play through all the things. I'm gonna show my struggle in real time to all of you. Well, not real time, there are gonna be some cuts here and there, but we're gonna start off with the bacteria, the most common cause of plague. So let's continue. Okay, we have different modifications for chance here. Or we don't actually, we have one here. What do you do? Increases chance of plague spreading by land. Then here we have give your plague a bonus in arid climates. And here we have bonus DNA when devolving. I'm gonna start this out, however, completely clear. I'm not gonna add any bonus genes so that we can start on a clean slate. I'm gonna start using bonus genes for later plagues, but not for the bacteria itself. So, gonna just start in and do it completely vanilla. And we're gonna play on normal. I'm not gonna play on brutal, and I'm freaking as hell not gonna play on mega brutal. But we're not gonna be casual. We're not a casual gamer here, I mean, no. But yeah, mega brutal and brutal, they are really hardcore. I tried them before and it's incredibly difficult to get through there. So I'm gonna go through everything with normal setting. Also the best thing is you can name your plague. And I'm gonna do exactly that. And you're only gonna see what it's called once we are in the game, because I think it's funnier just to see what the plague is called once it pops up the first time. Welcome to Plague Inc. You're a new bacteria. To win you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all of humans and the ultimate plague. Select start location, select the country to begin your plague. When you click on it, you can see more information. Pop the start bubble to confirm or click another country instead. So, we have a map here and we can infect our first country wherever we want. There are some benefits to infect certain areas, there are some downsides with everything. Like, for example, if we start to infect in these areas, so in those areas, and we're gonna have a harder time infecting people because in wealthy countries it's harder to get a foothold. If you go right here, you have to fight against the climate because it's incredibly hot here. If you go in here, it's incredibly cold. And then there are different things that are also going into account, like some only have, whatever it was called. Some of them only have ports, and others have ports and airports. So they can close them down, so you have to look into everything. You can start spreading incredibly fast if you go to a place that has a port and an airport. But I'm mostly starting with Madagascar because it only has a port, and once the ports get closed down, you nearly have no chance getting back in there. So let's start. Also, a box full of kitten begins in Madagascar. A box full of kitten has infected its first human, weak and unspecialized. It must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. And yes, you now heard the name of my disease, it's a box of kittens. So, what we're now doing is, as you can see down here, we can see how many people we have infected, and here we can see how many people have died from us. Okay, pop the orange DNA bubbles to get DNA points. Pop orange DNA bubbles when they randomly appear to get bonus DNA points, which can you which you can use to evolve your disease, which is something we're gonna do. Also, yeah, with space I can stop the whole scenario if I wanna talk about something specific. Down here we have our disease bar, so we see how many DNA points we have. And we're gonna look into this now in a moment. A box full of kitten is spreading from person to person in Madagascar and will grow exponentially. You control the plague indirectly by evolving it. Yes, I know that. We're gonna look in here. We have here our bacteria. We can see how effective it is, we can see how severe it is, and we can see how lethal it is. Those are things we control with all the transmissions, the symptoms, and the abilities. One thing you should always have in mind, you don't want to go lethal or severe too fast. You want to spread as far as possible before the people even realize that they are infected with something. So we're gonna start off with transmission, but what we want to have very first is water one, because we are on a place that only has a port, so we need our means to get off of the port. So we're gonna sit around now and wait a little bit until we have the DNA points, so that we can evolve a little bit and get off that island. But we also want to infect everyone on that island, so it's gonna probably take a while. Let's see, 9 DNA points, let's evolve that. What that does is we can survive outside the body of fresh warm water, increase infectivity especially in humid environments, and ship transmission. That is why I wanted that first, because we are on a place that only has port, so getting off of there, that really helps us. And you have spent DNA points to evolve your disease, and more options have opened up. Get more points by popping DNA and biohazard bubbles and infect people. So yeah, we are only getting DNA bubbles at the moment, but as soon as we get biohazard bubbles, to find out more, to find out more about the countries, you can check this menu right here to see how many people are infected in all the different areas or where we are currently. So that plays into the whole meta game. A box full of kitten has infected hundreds in Madagascar, increasing the chance that an infected person will infect a healthy person. Keep evolving your disease. I will do so. DNA bubble. So if we get to another country, which hopefully will happen soon here, we get biohazard bubbles, which actually show us that we have infected another country. So we have a lot of DNA points. Let's evolve that one more time. And okay, Eurozone near collapse. Politicians have confirmed that political short-sightedness and self-interest may result in total breakup of Euro. Yeah, and then there's stuff like that where just random events can happen. You can have catastrophes like earthquakes, tsunamis and other things where people can just randomly die, or we can have outbreaks like that. We don't have other diseases to worry about, because that's the versus play, but we don't have to worry about anything else. A box full of kittens spreads to South Africa, has been infected. Nice. A box full of kittens is now in South Africa. Nice. We only get that message the first time, so it's gonna get not so clustered with all those messages once we are past the first few. A box full of kitten has infected thousands in Madagascar. People are being infected faster and faster. Nice! See, we already have 7,000, 9,000 with one big jump. Okay, we are infecting pretty damn fast right now. We also can speed up everything, but I'm always very careful about speeding up games like this, because if things go too fast, they can grow over your head and it's not helpful. Let's increase our airborne transmission a little bit so that we can use that airport here and get transported even further away than just by ship, also infected another country. Yes, we're looking good. Oh, do I hear a little cough? But that can't be me. A box full of kittens is infected more countries. Yeah, and control where it goes. Oh nice, we're also over here in Australia. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do one thing. We're gonna evolve the bacterial resilience, and which is a protective shell against all climates. So with the bacteria, I highly recommend just ditching those two things. Because this one makes you resistant against cold, this one makes you resistant against heat, but with that thing you get a boost against all of that. So with the bacteria, just ditch those things and just focus on the main bacteria strength so that you can get the boost for both of them out of. Because why waste more DNA if you can have it in one? Australia is a wealthy country with high quality healthcare. To spread faster, you may need to evolve the drug resistance ability. Oh yeah, that's also a thing. Let's see. We need to evolve that part here. So we need 2 more DNA points. We can get them, no problem. Come on! Bubbles! A box full of kitten has mutated and developed the insomnia symptom without using DNA points. So that is something that also can happen. Your disease can just randomly create some diseases. I don't want it. So we're gonna... yes, please. We're gonna devolve that and get the 2 DNA points that we actually need to boost this up a little bit more. So we are now more resistant against all of the healthcare things, and we also are not visible for them again. Because if we had insomnia, people would start to get onto us, and we don't want it. We wanna lay as low as possible. Popping all them bubbles. Now a box full of kitten is beginning to spread around the world. Use the world data menu, bottom right, to see which countries are not infected yet. Well, we are not over to America. Okay, never mind, we are over to America now. That's helpful. That worked out fast. That worked out really good. That spread was nice. Okay, let's increase transmission again. More air transmission, and then we wanna try to get that because that gives us a nice boost to transmission, so we wanna have that. Hello down there, I always forget about you. Those are the dangerous places because the small islands you completely forget about. I think we also need to infect those two still. Nice, we got here. My biggest problem always is Greenland. Because Greenland is extremely cold, so getting to Greenland we need to boost this a bit more, and you only can get to Greenland with a ship port, and they go over there so rarely it's sometimes really hard for me to get there. A box full of kitten has infected more people in the world than HIV. Nice, but nice, we already have, wow, we are at 100 million and even more because we are so infectious. Nice. I don't think there are many healthy countries anymore. Nice. Now we have that as well. I think now you are the only one that's left. Unless I already got you. Which would be preferred? Which would really be preferred? Box full of kitten has infected more people in the world than the common cold. Yes. Kittens are more infectious than the cold. You know it from the very get-go. Beautiful looking. See how that blooms up right here. We hear the beeping, but nobody yet has found us. So who's dying? It's not because of us. A box full of kitten has mutated and developed the nausea symptom without using DNA points. Okay, so let's go over there again and let's devolve that again. The nice thing with the bacteria disease, is that you can devolve every time and it doesn't cost you anything. And you don't get less DNA points from it. We always get the DNA points that it used itself for that. So that's something good with the bacteria. Finally, we're also to Greenland now. That took some time. Boy ho. Whew. Now we only need to infect all of those little specks that are still around. Rio Olympic mystery. Mystery still surrounds the decision to postpone the Rio Olympics. Organizers promise it will happen soon, but no reason has been given for the change. Interesting. Well, I don't know what it was. And Nusha again. Look at how beautifully red everything gets here. Look at that. The whole Russia is red now. All of America, Europe's gone for a long time now. A box full of kitten has infected more people in the world. Have infected most of the world. In order to kill people, you must evolve lethal. Advanced symptoms using DNA points. Well, we have a lot of DNA points, so we're gonna do that in just a moment's notice. Because my problem is, if I start killing them now, I won't be able to get all of them, because they always dig me over. Huge earthquake in Germany. Billions of dollars of damage caused to Germany. Who expects it will take years to repair the damage caused to thousands of businesses, homes and research facilities? See, that would help us once we are found out they start researching to us, so that would probably help us. And 2,000 people died during that earthquake. Okay, we now have cysts. Okay, I'm not gonna devolve them. From now on, whatever my disease wants to get, my disease can get. New minor disease spreading. In a normal checkup, a doctor in Spain found a new disease which has been named a box full of kitten. It appears to be mostly harmless, but must be investigated further. Other countries are also reporting this disease. Well, I'm everywhere at this point, except for Iceland. Damn you, Iceland! But we are now found out, so sooner or later they will start with their healing progress and with their healing research. So they wanna find a cure for us sooner or later. But we're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna kill them before they even get the chance for anything else. Look, now we're finally getting somewhere. Look how that once white place starts to get red and decrepit. Well, not decrepit yet, but it gets red, because we infect every single one of them. Even though it still looks like there's a bunch of people healthy, but we should be everywhere except for Iceland. Greenland, not Iceland. That is Iceland. We develop anemia. Nice. What does anemia do for me exactly? Decrease in red blood cells. Take it. Nice. So, we should be done. Turkey is the first to instruct doctors to begin research into a cure for a box full of kitten. Without great funding, it is expected to take a long time. So now they start their research, so we will see this percentage bar right here rise up occasionally. Yeah, there's 1%. So we could start panicking now. But why? What gives? They have just 2% and I should have the whole world actually. Who's still healthy? 4,000 people, so we're just waiting on them to get finished off. Oh, also thank you for that bubble. A box full of kitten has been added to the WHO watch list. Although not very dangerous, government warns that a more deadly strain could appear. What? With me? Never! Come on, we should have everyone now. Don't we? Yeah, everyone's deceased. Well, infected. So what we're gonna do now is boost our symptoms. And I think we actually wanna go over here and give some abscess. We also wanna give, I think that is a good one. We wanna get to the coma, because coma is very severe. Then we can get total organ failure, which is totally not okay. People don't like total organ failure, so let's boost it up. Iceland has become the first country to try to limit the spread of a box full of kitten by limiting access into and out of the country. Time will tell if this will work. Well, the spread is no longer a problem. I am everywhere. South Africa has started to send research teams to infected countries, hoping to speed up development of for a cure of a box full of kitten. So now we have the blue plane flying around, and thank you. Blue cure bubbles appear when a research team from South Africa finds something. Pop them to destroy their research and stop the cure spreading. Plop! Pop the bubble. First death from a box full of kitten has been confirmed in Philippines. Bad luck or the beginning of something terrible? All of it together. No. The last healthy person on the planet recently became infected with a box full of kitten. And now they're gonna from them. There are two ways to fight development cure. Evolve aggressive symptoms and destroy countries, more noticeable, or evolve cure resistance, less noticeable. Normal life in Germany is beginning to break down due to a box full of kittens. Cure research is starting to slow. Nice! Already slowing them down. New statistics show that a box full of kitten has killed over 75 million people worldwide, worse than the Black Death, and we are not deadly that long. So we are really picking up the deaths here. New statistics show that the box full of kitten has killed over 120 million people worldwide. See, we're not deadly that long and we're already killing them like flies. Also we're getting DNA points again, which is good. Research doctors all around the world are completely focused on developing a cure for a box full of kittens. Let's see if that will actually help. New statistics show that the box full of kittens is the deadliest plague ever. It has killed over 300 million people. Yes, and we're gonna kill more. So which we can do now? I'm gonna jump in here. We could go to the abilities and start doing things like that to slow their progress down, or we can just go on and be extremely lethal. So I'm gonna try to go the lethal route this time. It won't always work. The cure is at 25%, but we get 1 DNA point every second basically, so we should be fine with the method that we're trying to play here. Because we're killing so fast and so many, they shouldn't have the energy and or time to really get rid of us. So let's get even more lethal. Once we get that, we are really, really deadly. Because then we have those two things that are the deadliest around, and this. I think those are the 3 deadliest things. And they won't really have a chance anymore. A box full of kitten has had its genome fully sequenced by scientists who researchers say that this breakthrough will help cure efforts. Well, will it though? You're at 50%. Will that be enough to kill me? Or will I be enough to kill you? 50%? Let's see who is faster here. Oh no. You are standing still. Afghanistan is the first to fall into anarchy due to a box full of kitten. No cure research can take place. First one who breaks down, and everybody else will die soon because they don't have enough people to finish that research, and I'm just gonna pile on the deadliness. Let's get a little bit more on that side. Because there's also deadly things on that side. Whoops, no abilities. We don't need any abilities anymore. I think we're good at that point. They can't get any higher. Because they are basically dead. Who's still flying that plane is what I'm wondering. Because, my dear friends, as far as I'm seeing this, you're all dead. Also, I'm even more deadly now. So, well, no DNA points left. All we have to do now is sit and wait while they are all dying. You know what? I'm gonna give you that one. You can have that one. Take those and see if they will help you. There's only 1 million people left. Not even. A box full of kitten has destroyed the world despite the world's best efforts. The last few humans known, they are watching the end of history. Oh no. Goodbye. Well, it all had to come to an end. They're dead. Victory! A box full of Kitten has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Thank thee. Now what we can see is the whole process sped up. So it took us 921 days, so not even 2 years. That was nice. Just over 1 year to infect and kill everyone. Our genetic complexity was complex. Cure progress? Well, I didn't fight the cure, I fought the humans. Game tape, mind game, plague type, bacteria, difficulty normal, and this is my total score. And we only get the last two if we play on brutal and on mega brutal, I think it was, so we're not gonna get them. But yeah, it was beautiful to erase them that fast, that easily. They didn't even put up a fight, so that was nice of them. But yeah, we're gonna play a little bit of Plague Inc. from now on Monday Madness. So, I hope you guys had a wonderful time, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see all of you to the next time when we're gonna kill the whole world yet again. So bye!